Hey people. Um, so I just got through episode 4 of Bonding, and wow, the show's getting deep. It's getting good. Um, it starts off with kind of where something I set up last time, where uh, Janet from The Good Place is playing a wife whose husband has a tickle fetish and she can't handle it. So she brings Mistress May in to do it. This scene was great. It was absolutely great because this is something that I've talked about. Again, I'm not going to claim anything here other than whoever's the people behind this, they get things that I'm like, they understand things that things that are real when it comes to sexuality. And the fact that he has this fetish and she can't deal with it, so she brings in a professional, but yet during it, she's just losing it. She doesn't know how to handle it. And I'm like, yeah, that's real. That's stuff that could happen. There's very little in this series so far that I'm putting. I'm kind of starting to put a reality meter in my head, going, is this something that could happen? You know, with these kinds of human beings, with knowing what I know about, you know, the lifestyle and about humans and about everything, is this something that's possible? And everything in this episode, so, everything in this series so far has been, yeah, I'm like definitely behind it. Um, there was a moment where uh, the wife was really upset, and the assistant, I think Carter was his name, the name he chose. I still don't, the other names I haven't gotten clicked in my head. Um, he um, tells a story about how when he was doing the thing from the last episode, he got punched, and he makes the offer to her to punch him, and she just pulls $200 out and says, "Is that good?" And he says yes, and she punches him. And of course, Mrs. May not necessarily happy because, well, first off, being he wasn't being the top in the situation. He was being the bottom. He was being the submissive in the situation. He consented to her hitting him, and the fact that this was done in the way it was done, I thought was very well written. Later in the episode, we get into find out that the professor is trying to sexually assault one of her classmates, one that she particularly does not like. But she comes to her defense without, you know, outing the situation, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. I'm going to say that a lot because this show is good. Um, yeah, and then the guy comes up going, "Oh, it's not what you thought," blah blah blah, and she slams him on a desk and just lets him have it, and that was brilliant. And then she starts to walk away, and the guy that she started to like from the last episode kind of fumbly starts saying, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's like, doesn't want to deal with it, and he's like, "Hey, you want to be friends?" And she offers him a date. I thought that was incredibly sweet. This is just, really good writing with really solid, everything about it. And I want to see where this is, going. I'm hoping, I don't know how many episodes there is. I didn't even look that up. I'm just gonna let this happen. But yeah, still, emotionally, I'm still in the middle of it, which I think is great because that's me. The fact that I'm feeling for these characters makes me have the feeling that I'm hoping that other people who are not part of this, who watch this, have those same feelings, that realize that we're not just these sex crazed fiends that go out and do all of these things. Like, no, we're human beings. We have lives and emotions and all of those other things. And this just happens to be part of who we are. Just like the character Carter being gay, or or being a stand-up, trying to be a stand-up comedian, or any of these things. Like he goes out on a date and goes in a bar and just gay bar is just not comfortable, and they wind up leaving, and they wind up going and compromising and sitting in against a wall, looking like, I think it was like a track where people were running, and they were just watching guys go by, and they wound up kissing, and I thought that was beautiful. This is something I'm definitely I'm glad they're doing. I'm hoping that as I continue through the episodes that it continues to be this good. So that's it for now. Be well and safe.